billion-dollar giveaway to racetrack owners. Existing casinos are losing money and jobs. Racetrack owners win, taxpayers lose. State legislators may soon be voting on this. Let them know. We don't have $1 billion to give away in sweetheart deals. Paid for by the Coalition for Responsible Gaming Expansion. Now, the lowest gas prices from News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM, WBBM.
In Romeoville this morning, the Mobile at Independence Boulevard and 135th Street has gas for $3.35. It's a penny more in Oak Forest. The Shell at 159th Street and Oak Park Avenue is charging $3.36. If you see a low price, please call us with it at 312-409-GASS. That's 409-4277. You also can find bargain prices at cbschicago.com/gas.
And just out of traffic weather, it's Sherman Kaplan, front and center with a midday preview. Good morning, Pat and Regine. Good morning, everybody. Midday and on the WBBM Noon Business Hour, presented by Old Second Bank. American companies are sitting on mounds and mounds and mounds of cash overseas. It means the IRS loses tax revenue, and shareholders could be getting smaller dividends. Starbucks opens one of its flagship stores on Rush Street. We'll take a look inside. Baxter buys the Swedish company that leads the kidney dialysis machine market. And why buying large caps could be a better move than the small caps. So we have story stocks, the markets, consumer news, and more. Chris Krydell and me, midday, and today's Noon Business Hour on News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
WBBM News Time 9:38. Time now for traffic and weather together on the 8s with Bart Short.
Always looking for those trouble spots. Really none to be found right now, so that's good for you out and about on the roads. The Eden's moving well each way. The Kennedy heading outbound is cleared out, but inbound, well, still a little bit slow into downtown. 26 from the airport in, 16 from Montrose, and the express lanes at 13 minutes. There are backups on the Ohio feeder ramp. For the Eisenhower heading outbound, no delay. Inbound is 35 Thorndale to downtown, and 21 Wolf on in, and right around 25th Avenue past Desplaines Avenue is a little bit slow. Other than that, the Ike is not bad. Stevenson's moving well each way. Dan Ryan inbound just a little bit slow at Roosevelt to the Circle Interchange, 95th to downtown at 19 minutes. Elgin O'Hare, Lakeshore Drive moving well in the suburbs. All four Illinois tollways are delay-free at this time, and there are no trouble spots to report in or out of Northwest Indiana. As you're out and about, if you see something you think we need to know about, make sure you have our telephone number programmed into your phone so you can dial us hand-free, and that would be 312-346-CARS, 312-346-2277. We'll appreciate your calls when you see things happen. Get traffic and weather together on the 8s every 10 minutes on News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM.
WBBM AccuWeather. Breezy, cooler today than yesterday. Clouds give way to sunshine, high 56. Clear and colder tonight, low 26 to 30. Tomorrow mostly sunny, high 40. Thursday rather cloudy, becoming breezy, high 45. Clouds Friday with a chance for a shower, high 49. It's 52 at Midway, 51 at O'Hare, 53 at the Lake, 52 at Blue Island, and it's going up to 56. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Elliot Abrams on Chicago's weather station, News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM WBBM.
Another look at the markets here. The Dow's up 11, NASDAQ down 15, the S&P is down 1, the Osgood file is next.
Let Dunkin' Donuts make you a sandwich for just $2.99. Hurry in today for a delicious deal on any freshly made bakery sandwich like the turkey cheddar bacon. America runs on Dunkin', plus applicable taxes. Participation may vary. Limited time offer.
WBBM News Time 9:40. Time now for the Osgood File.
Hosting a dinner of Nobel Prize winners at the White House one evening, President John Kennedy told them he believed it was the greatest assemblage of intellect there since Thomas Jefferson dined alone. Our third president was indeed a brilliant man and an eloquent proponent of the rights of man. Yet, on the tours now given at his home in Monticello in Virginia, the guide will tell you,
well, I'd like to welcome you to our Slavery at Monticello tour. Monticello was a plantation. Jefferson professed to hate slavery, called it an abominable crime, but he held on to his slaves. He freed only 7.
More about that after this.
Running a facility, chances are managing inventory isn't your favorite part of the day. Stocking and tracking, ordering and organizing, all necessary evils eating up your time. That's why Grainger's Keep Stock services help you manage your inventory more efficiently. From basic labeling and scanning to secure dispensing machines, putting you in total control. Often allowing you to buy less, making things seem, well, not so evil anymore. Contact your Grainger representative or visit Grainger.com/keepstock today. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Geico says, let's make life simpler.
You need to buy something, but you don't want to make a mistake. So what do? Scour the web? Collect sales circulars? Ask your brother-in-law? How about this? When it comes to car insurance, Geico has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. I repeat, 97%. So make it simple. Just ask a friend who has Geico. Then click or call. You could make it 98%.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Our CBS News colleague Martha Teichner had a piece on Thomas Jefferson at Monticello on our Sunday morning television broadcast the other day.
The author of the Declaration of Independence, who wrote that all men are created equal, owned 600 slaves over his lifetime. And in addition to his legitimate children, almost certainly fathered at least 6 other children with his slave, Sally Hemings.
So it was whispered for generations. But now we know it with scientific certainty.
DNA proof of a connection came in 1998. Is Thomas Jefferson any less great because the understanding we have of him now is three-dimensional? Pulitzer Prize-winning author John Meacham has just published a best-selling new biography of our third president.
Most human beings I know are quite capable of denial and hypocrisy. And I think that Jefferson's virtues were enormous and his vices were equally enormous. In the end, he was ultimately someone who was allowed himself to be trapped by the economic, political, and cultural circumstances into which he was born.
The Osgood File. This is Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
'Tis the weeks before Christmas, and as it draws near, Geneva gets ready to break a record this year. It all begins on the 7th of December, when Santa lights the great tree and sparks a Christmas to remember. There's ornaments, peppermints, chestnuts, and shopping, from strolling carolers to candy cane pulls. The whole town is hopping. There are even houses decorated by elves. People tour them and take away ideas for themselves. Then, December the 8th, Chef Roby will attempt the absurd and create the longest candy cane in Guinness's Book of Records. So bring your kids, bring your in-laws, come by train or by van. Spend the day or the weekend in Geneva's festive lodging if you can. For what to do, where to stay, and when to arrive, visit GenevaChamber.com. Geneva, where the spirit of Christmas comes alive. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile.
WBBO News Time 9:44. The News Watch continues. A mental evaluation has been ordered for an Illinois man accused of plotting to bomb dozens of churches in northeastern Oklahoma. George Weiler has been set for a preliminary hearing yesterday, but a judge delayed it until December 17th so the evaluation could be done. Affidavit claims investigators found instructions for making Molotov cocktails, listed 48 churches, and a written outline of Weiler's plan to plant bombs.
There is a new focus in the investigation into the deadly weekend tunnel accident near Tokyo. CBS's Lucy Kraft is there.
Police have seized documents at the offices of Central Japan Expressway, owner of the tunnel where more than 300 ceiling panels dropped and crushed the occupants of 3 cars. Police are gathering evidence the company was derelict in checking the condition of metal roof bolts, which may have loosened and caused the accident.
9 people died of their injuries.
51 degrees, going up to a partly sunny, breezy high of 56. WBBO News Time 9:45. And that means it's time for sports. Here once again, Josh Les.
Hi, guys. Devin Hester is hoping to come back from a concussion in time to face the Vikings Sunday on the road. Bears could really use an old-school burst from Hester. In their third phase, the Bears' kick return game, especially, it's been phased out most of the season.
Not real happy, not real pleased, and the guys know, and they're not pleased either with our return game. We feel like we're leaving a lot of plays on the field out there. Sometimes it's just 1 or 2 blocks here and there. We're just not getting guys free, and we need to get that. We need to get that going before the year is gone.
Special teams boss Dave Toll was camping out with Coach Lovie Smith on Monday Night's Bears Insider here on WBBM. The Vikings on the road Sunday. You'll hear it here. Noon kickoff, 9 a.m. pregame. Ryan Urlacher is a question mark for that hamstring injury. He's got to beat the odds of that injury to get on the field this week. Tim Jennings with a shoulder, not believed to be a serious injury. His 8 interceptions lead the league. A concussion is likely going to knock out Earl Bennett for at least a week. Washington gets a late TD pass. Griffin to Garcon, 17-16 winners, the Redskins over the Giants. Kansas City Star reports more details of the Javon Belcher murder-suicide. He was found by police at 7 a.m. Saturday asleep in his car after a long night out. Police found him fit to drive and sent him home. He argued with his girlfriend Cassandra Perkins around 8 a.m. Belcher's mom heard the arguing and the gunshots that killed Perkins from the kitchen, then saw Belcher in the master bathroom kiss the dead Perkins on the forehead and say he was sorry before kissing his mom and his 3-month-old baby goodbye. He drove his Bentley to the Chiefs practice facility where he got out of the car in front of GM Scott Pioli with a gun to his head saying, "I did it, I killed her." His coach and a few others were there trying to stop him. Sirens closed in. Belcher walked just a few steps away behind a car, kneeled down, shot himself in the head. Chiefs organization had been providing counseling for the couple. Looking for 3 straight wins, the Bulls regroup and host Indiana tonight. They're 8-7, just 5-4 at home. The Pacers underachieving at 8-9, a game back in the division. Rip Hamilton's out of the Bulls lineup with a foot injury, maybe a week or longer. It could be Jimmy Butler starting at shooting guard tonight. And Derrick Rose could rejoin Bulls practice in some capacity soon. A possible late January, early February return from a torn left ACL and surgery, but he was running wind sprints after yesterday's practice. Teammates cheering him on. College ball tonight. Northwestern's at Baylor at 8. Illinois hosts Western Carolina at 7. Baseball's winter meetings continue in Nashville. The Cubs and Sox looking for affordable third base help. Jim Deshaies, former Major League pitcher, is the new Cubs TV analyst. We got Bears, Packers tickets to give away tomorrow afternoon. Listen Wednesday at 5:15 for your chance to win. Josh List, News Radio 780, I'm on 5.9 FM.
You want music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s.